Today on the channel from Masters of the Universe Origins Series 6, we've got Webstor and we've got Beastman. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Masters of the Universe Origins unboxing and review. And today we've got from Origins Series 6, yes, Series 6, we've got Beastman and we've got Webstor. But remember, for all your He-Man and the Masters of the Universe needs, hit up Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. And like I said, we've got 280 staples, 280 favorites. We've got Beastman. We've got Webstor Long, son of Mammon George, adopted son of Mammon George, of course. George Papadopoulos being one of the greatest broadcasters and football players of all time. And it was really cool to... What? I just heard from my dog Lemmy that we're not talking about the TV show Webstor. We're talking about Webstor from Masters of the Universe. Easily mistaken, and I'm still holding out. We got elf figures coming. Where's my Webstor Long figure? Get me Webstor, get me Mammon George, get me Ben Vereen, give me those kooky neighbors. Oh, there's a lot in the Webstor line. I love a good Webstor Long story, but that's a story for another day. But anyways, let's dig in here. Let's start with Webstor from Masters of the Universe Series 7. And we're going to do these reviews like we do all the reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. See where it goes from there. We'll do little comparisons as well. So there's old Webstor. Looking only like he can look. I got these via Big Bad Toy Store, as you guys know. Unpunched. That's one reason I really do love getting these from Big Bad Toy Store. I don't got to worry about them being punched like we see on the pegs at Walmart's, Targets, etc. If you're a mint on card collector, you're looking for a minty mint set, that's the way to go. You're guaranteed unpunched from everyone I've ever ordered. And as you guys know, I'm part of the Double Up Club in the Masters of the Universe Origins figures. I got a mint on card set and I got a set to open. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to open this one up. But there it is. Always that background, that familiar packaging goes all the way back to the 80s. I love it. I just think of myself as a small kid in the old Toys R Us or a Sears or Kmart or Children's Palace, whatever it may be, looking at pegs of these back in the day, unboxing these, opening these for Christmases and birthdays, holidays, stuff like that. Really is a touch of nostalgia. One time I was in the toy aisle looking for toys, as one does, but there was a guy and his wife or whatever, and they were just walking by, and you could tell they weren't toy collectors, and he stopped and saw this and said, oh my gosh, and it was the same effect I got. And I think this line, for people that collected that maybe don't collect now, they see these on the pegs, it just brings them back to their childhood immediately with this packaging. That's what's so special about it, if you ask me. New for 21 at the top, of course. We've got the mini comic book behind Webstor. Webstor, the evil master of escape. You'll never put him in Leavenworth, Kansas, where I was on my figure hunting video last week. He'll get out of there. He's a master of escape. He'll never be able to be caught, but there he is. Everything else, kind of what we've seen before in these packages. Make him climb up his line. Modern posing, retro play, of course. A lot of reuse with these figures, but that's part of the charm, as you guys know. On the back, there it is. We got a little action. We got a little cross-sell. We got UPCs. We got warnings. Got a little blurb up top. We'll read that here in a second. Looks like our boy Buzz-Off is coming after him, and we know Buzz-Off is coming down the line. One of my all-time favorite Masters of the Universe characters from when I was a kid, of course, is Buzz-Off. So there it is on the back. What's it say here? With sinister stealth and trap-making mind, Webstor. I always want to call him Webster because of Webstor Long, of course, but Webstor poses a threat to the bravest and the brightest, modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe action figures. He's got a hook in line. You can pull down the line, make him climb. Just a master of escape. He loves climbing Castle Grayskull. And for those of you guys looking for Castle Grayskull, start hitting your targets. They're starting to show up in the kind of big section. A couple aisles down, there's a lot of the large box stuff. There's a whole aisle of that kind of stuff. A lot of kids' kitchens and doll stuff, but also Grayskull. So be on the lookout if you're looking for a Grayskull. They're starting to appear at Targets right now. All right, let's get down to it. Let's open up old Webstor, see what he's up to. Well, we know what he's up to. He's up to escape, and he's up to no good. That's what Webstors do. And Webstors, see you later. Webstors set fire to their apartment, of course, see you later. And then Mam and George have to move, and yeah, it's just they moved to that cool house. And little known fact for you guys that have watched my collection tours, you know I have some secret doors, some secret bookcases that open into new rooms and stuff. Got that idea from Webstor as a kid. As a little 5-6-year-old kid watching Webstor, I remember just thinking it was so cool. He had like a little elevator in a clock, one of those big old school clocks. He had secret passage doors and stuff. And I took that from when I was 5 all the way till I was 30s when I designed my basement. I said, I got to put some Webstor hidden doors in. And that's, long story short, that's how that came about. There he is in the plastic prison looking only like a Webstor or Webstor can look. I'm going to mess that up a few times. You know what I mean. All right, let's cut him out. He's got a little of that dental floss that we usually see with Star Wars going on here. Holding him in. And Webstor was one I never had as a child. I never had Webstor as a child. See you later. I don't know. For whatever reason, I never came across him. You can't get everything. And I don't know if Webstor was high on my to-do list, really. You had to have the Ram Mans, the Buzz-Offs, the Fakers, you know, the usual suspects. He was always more of a C and D level guy for me. See you later. Whoa, there it goes. He's got that bright orange gun. I think we saw this with Zodak in the past, a few other characters. Or Trapjaw, I should say. Get a lot of reuse out of this kind of stuff, and that is, you know, the beauty of all toy lines, or the foul of all toy lines, depending where you sit. But making the most of your molds, and then putting them back out there in different colors, and maybe people won't notice is kind of what you're going for. He does come with instructions. Oh, very removable parts, and we all know this by now. Just shows removable parts, shows everything that's removable. See you later. We already know that. That's all old hat at this point. And then we got the Masters Universe mini comic book. Always cool with these. You got the Rock in a Hard Place here with old He-Man going on. Very cool. So you got a little Webstor, and it features all the characters in this 4-part series of the Origins Wave 6. So cool to get the comic as usual. Oh, I got a little more dental floss. Can I get it out of his arm? What are we doing here? There it is. Look at that. I'm going to put that off to the side. See you later. All right. So then we get Webstor here. You know, the typical articulation, I don't think we need to walk through it. Everything is removable here. He does have the Skeletor merman type feet going on, and boots, of course. All the articulation we're accustomed to, the open hand, the closed hand. Gosh, more dental floss, just dental floss everywhere with this figure. There it is. See you later. He does got a backpack going on, so this is new for him. It is totally encompassing. It is removable if you wanted to, but it does have the string wrapped up inside. So then you can pull, you can hang this off of something. Let's see if I can do this. There you go. See, look at this. How cool is this? You hang this from whatever, and then you pull on the string on the bottom, and he is making his descent like a young Alpine from G.I. Joe. And you can go back and forth, side to side. Look at all the fun you can have on a zip line with old Webstor. There it goes. Woo, look at this. Hours of fun. Hours of fun and entertainment for young Kyle. And who are we kidding? Old Kyle. He's all in on Webstor, flying all over the place. They're pretty neat if you ask me. And then, of course, you can wrap this string. Well, if you know how to wrap things. But it does have hooks to wrap around. So you can wrap it, keep it out of the way, all that kind of stuff. But it is a nice grappling hook. And then you can put it in his hand as well for a weapon, depending how you want to do it. And then, of course, you have this gun that he can use as well. So, a lot going on here. I like the coloring, too. The blue. You guys know I'm a sucker for the blue color. He's all blue all over. And then you got the orange belt that really pops, and the orange kind of graphics on his chest piece, which really makes it pop. Then you get to his face. He's got those 4 kind of snaggle teeth going on all over there. Just looking like a scary creature. Got a reptilian type head. He's got spikes across the top. He's just escaping everywhere, and I don't think he wants to stay very long because of his bad looks. He's just an ugly dude. I'm sure he fits on a Ringside Collectible stand. I say it all the time. Spend your money on your figures, not your stands. RingsideCollectibles.com. Use discount code Kyle, of course. Save 10%. But I love these stands. I put all my Origin figures on these stands. It's just the best way to stand them. Very cheap. They have sales all the time. You can pick them up. But Webstor is pretty solid. Like I said, C, D level He-Man villain in my book. Maybe you're using A level for you. But for me, C, D level. And part of that is probably because I didn't have him as a kid, so I didn't have a lot of affinity for him in my playing days. But still a solid character. And you guys know me. I love getting all these deep cut characters. And speaking of Webstor as well, we're going to pull it out right here. The Masters of the Universe Classics line gave us a Webstor, of course, and there it is right here. Very similar, a little bit more detail, a little bit more intricate, a little bit more expensive figure, though, as well. But a lot of the same stuff. But it is very cool to see kind of the differences over the years. Similar but different. That's the way we're going to call this one. Really a darker blue, a little bit more meaner blue, where this is more of a kitty blue. That's how I see it, at least. But very cool. 2 Webstor figures, different versions, but both cool in their own way, and very happy to have Webstor in my collection. So now, let's turn our attention to an old favorite, Beastman. Alright, we continue on Masters Universe Wave 6 in the Origins line with the Lord of Power version of Beastman. Now, this figure was originally released with a few differences as part of a PowerCon exclusive box set. Unfortunately, old Kyle didn't get that box set. Maybe one day. It's pretty pricey these days, but I feel like I need to pick that up. Playing a little of that long game. It could be a forever game at this point. We'll see. But if you guys got one, hit up your old boy Kyle. I could use one of those. But we got one for the modern retail market, which for a lot of people, I would say most people out there, is just good enough. They're happy to have this one. And I'm happy to have this one because you guys know I love hairy bipedal creatures. Beastman fits that all day long. Outside of Skeletor, he was probably my favorite villain in this He-Man wave back in the day, in the He-Man original Filmation cartoon as well. I don't know who your guys' favorite was, but I always loved Beastman. I loved Trapjaw, and of course Merman. I loved all 3, but I think Beastman got the nod behind Skeletor for me, just because I love hairy bipedal creatures, like I said. But here's the packaging on Beastman. So this Beastman, we always think of him being an orange color. Well, he was originally supposed to be a reddish color, so a little difference. We'll do some comparisons to other Beastman here after we get this out of the package there. Very similar packaging to our boy Webstor. We got new for 21 up top, Masters Universe, Beastman, Lords of Power logo right down there. We've seen that before as well with the Merman, of course, and we do have Trapjaw upcoming very soon. I think maybe Series 8, I think Trapjaw is coming. That's the all-green Trapjaw. So we'll be able to display all those guys together. That'll be pretty cool. But there's Beastman. And then on the back, we got a little great artwork as usual up there at the top. We'll read about that. We got the cross-sell. We got the effects of what Beastman does. We got warnings, UPCs, all that fun stuff. Let's see what it says about Beastman, the Savage Henchman, as it says on the package. Beastman's primal rage is a feral force that only Eternia's mightiest can hope to contain. Twist into powerful battle positions. He has no accessories, or does he? I don't know, we'll see. We'll find out, but let's get him off the card. Let's unbox him. Try not to ruin the comic book, Kyle. You got to be careful. Ooh, rookie. See you later. Rookie opening there. Got that. Whoop, we got the same comic book. We saw that with Webstor. We get the same one throughout the series, as you guys are fully aware. It would be cool if they connected, but I see why they don't. See you later up high. Got instructions. All it says is removable parts. See you later. There it is. We know they're removable. We understand how it works by now. This isn't our first rodeo. But there's old Beastman. Like I said, it just seems weird seeing him in red. We're so used to seeing him in orange, of course. But it is what it is. It is what it is. See you later. More dental floss. I'm collecting. My teeth are going to be so clean. I got an upcoming dentist appointment, and it's going to be great using this dental floss. There it is. Off to the side. See you later. Scissors out of here. Oh boy, Beastman. He's got long arms. It feels like he does. He does have the longest arms in the game. They go down to his knees, where you see on Webstor. Let's see here. Let's see. Yes, definitely. So Beastman has longer arms, and I guess he's supposed to be kind of an ape, a gorilla, dare I say, a beast man. So it makes sense to have him with some longer arms there. So it does look okay, but it also does, you really do notice it, those long arms out there. And then, of course, you notice all the red fur going on, offset by his yellow kind of world title championship belt going on there. And then his forearm, I don't know, whatever we would call these. Actually, these forearm things have like Wolverine-type spikes on it. 3 little claws here. I guess he could be used. And he could turn his hand in, use those as daggers, as weapons. It looks like Beastman, but it doesn't look like Beastman. You got a little of that signature blue around his eyes, but the face is a lot different. A big hairy beard, big open mouth with like a tar pit inside of his mouth. Looks like he hasn't brushed his teeth in a million years, speaking of the dentist office. So it's like, you know it's Beastman, but you're just kind of stumped by it. It's kind of how, that's how I take it. That's how I feel about it. And of course we got his little overture here. See you later. His little add-on over his top. Let's see if I can get that on quick. Pop that bad boy on. Oh yeah, now he's coming together. Now he's really King Beastman going on. So that's interesting. You can display it either way. I don't think anybody will fault you either way. I will display him with this on though. But it's a big apparatus, big shoulder harness that really lets you know this is the Beastman. It goes together with everything else. Very similar but different to the classic Beastman we got in Origins. Of course, there is that classic Beastman in Origins. Some reuse and some not reuse. Hands and stuff are the same, of course. The legs are the same. The head is totally different. I got to go with this as my favorite Beastman head just because it's what I'm accustomed to. This is what I grew up watching. This is what I knew the most. I like this Beastman, but it's interesting. This Lords of Power version is definitely interesting out there. Let's put him on a ringside collectible stand too. There it is. But very interesting, and I think it's cool. It's kind of a collection inside of a collection with these Lords of Power figures. You know, you have your shelf. You can have that shelf off to the side. The He-Man universe is expanding. It's growing, as we see with the Revelations line, the Eternia minis, the new Netflix kids cartoon. So many different incarnations of all these characters now. Enough to make your head spin. It's just crazy. And then, of course, the Lords of Power Beastman for the Masters Universe Classics collection. This is pretty fabulous. I like this one a lot. I obviously like this one better than this one just because of the detail, the scaling, the size, the meanness of this one. It just looks like an evil henchman to Skeletor is what he truly looks like. But there's something good about all these guys. I guess between the two, I'm a little bit torn. Like I said, this is my Beastman, so this is going to be my favorite. Webstor I don't have in my collection. I didn't have the old one back in the day in my childhood. So just because of that, I think I'm going to put Webstor just barely ahead of this Beastman. But you really can't go wrong either way. You got to get them all. It truly is like Pokemon with this Master Universe Origins collection. I just love it. $17 for a figure. Brings you back the nostalgia feel. You're building out the universe. Only coming out with 4 figures at a time, which is really nice. Where, you know, Marvel Legends, we just recently got 5 waves of like 8 figures in each wave, plus some Infinity Saga, some exclusives. So much product so fast. I kind of like the laid backness of this Origins line, where we get 4 figures, then a couple months later we get 4 more figures. It's a nice smaller collection that doesn't have you flipping out. I know sometimes they're a little harder to get, but like I said, Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. I've got them via Big Bad Toy Store before I've gotten from the stores the last 3-4 series, something like that. So I truly do recommend getting them down there. Very reasonably priced. You're going to get a mint. Just makes all the sense in the world. Work smarter, not harder to get your toys sometimes, but I like this Beastman. I like Webstor. What say you? Where do you guys sit on these two? Did you need them? Are you passing? Is it getting too deep in the line for you? Are you bailing out? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, like this video. Of course, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson, and of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson, support the channel. So there you go. Master Universe Series 6, Webstor, and Beastman. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.